Welcome back to the GFL. You know me, I'm Stephen B. Tonight, we kick off Week 10, right? We have two teams who are middle of the pack right now. It is the Chicago Bears going up against the home team, the Miami Dolphins. Before the game, let's take a look at our current standings. We have 7 teams from the AFC, 7 teams from the NFC. A 13-game regular season where every team plays each team once. Then, when the playoffs come around, the top 5 teams from each conference makes the postseason, with the last 2 teams from each conference saying, bye-bye, see you later. Here's a look at the upcoming schedule. Now, let's go down to the field for kickoff.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Chicago Bears and the Miami Dolphins on Sunday night.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Miami Dolphins. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Football now on a sunny Florida afternoon, and we are underway from Miami. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
The secret to his game and his success? Incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to pass. Tua. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. A handoff running left is Mostert.
Holding offense.
Liam Eichenberg, 2nd-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party. On 2nd down, Tua. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep, Trent Taylor. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So here are the Bears banked up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by a man who nearly broke the single-season rushing record for quarterbacks last season. A true dual threat out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really get want to take a little shot early and try and create some space. And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
From his goal line here, Fields. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. They do get a yard there, but only.
Defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 9. Now Fields. Oh, he had a man running free, but he over.
Back when you put both hands on your helmet and say, I can't believe. The receiver's still running. Instead, it's just an incomplete pass.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
You always worry about those small receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He'll get this down to the 38.
down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 35.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line. Gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Mostert. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter play. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mostert. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Miami. So they brought the extra point in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now motion left with Mooney. Now Herbert to start the drive. And not much there. Maybe back to throw. Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the turnover, it's Tua. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he's going to go down. They sack him Jones bringing the lumber that time. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA.
Well, the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Walker, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's a monster play there by the defense, getting a 3rd down stop so far behind the line of scrimmage. That should take away the option to go for it. This quarterback, an absolute weapon who can throw it or run it for a 1st down, but a loss of more than 10 yards, hard to see the offense coming back out on this 4th down attempt.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Chicago offense set to get started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. To the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. But sometimes the pressure is on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's Mostert. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now they send a man in motion right. One more time with Mostert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time. He was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
2 and now, 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Braxton Berrios, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they have a
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Tyler Scott now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now they're a little further behind the 8-ball after the interception led to the touchdown. So a 2-score deficit here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Bears to go in this first half. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. A quick throw there is incomplete. Offensively, you might be thinking, what's going on here? One for the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. And again back to Kmet. This will be a gain of about. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Four seconds to go in the half. Here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Santos kick. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half from the lefty.
Welcome, everyone, to the GFL Late Show. Glad you could join us. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an exhilarating matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Miami Dolphins. The atmosphere is electric as these two teams clash on the gridiron. In the first half, both the Bears and Dolphins have shown incredible determination and skill. The players are leaving it all on the field, delivering bone-crushing tackles and breathtaking catches. As halftime approaches, the intensity only continues to build. Fans from both sides are on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating the second half of action. So, whether you're rooting for the ferocious Bears or the resilient Dolphins, one thing is for certain, this game is delivering nonstop excitement. Stay tuned as the Bears and Dolphins battle it out in a showdown that's sure to keep you on the edge of your seat until the final whistle blows. Thanks for joining us for the GFL Halftime Show. The second half kickoff is next. I'll see you next time.
He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our scores. We are back underway on EA Sports. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people would think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance. It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Fields. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game.
And 3. Herbert powering up the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Herbert once more. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
This is 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Fields.
And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. A handoff for Herbert. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That one good for 10.
And then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. On play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They're going for it. Here's Herbert. And he will fire. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
And this one what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat.
After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
TJ in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. On second down, Mostert shoves him away, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. I was pretty surprised they were.
Defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
From the gun, it's Tua. Able to find the open man. Football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They're going to get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Motion man is Berrios. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he will take it in for the Dolphins touchdown.
So maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. Sheds off the tackle. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Meanwhile, Fields throw complete there to Moore. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Fields throw complete there to before he gets into enemy territory. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Fields now to throw. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They snap it to Fields. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Down to a knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handle
That'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.